Hello guys and welcome to another Mad Chili video. Today we are back on Diesel Railcar Simulator in the Frisia Western Lines map. We're going to be doing a journey that we have already done once before, but not... I think we did it with freight, with the Class 37 going from... I think we went from just Harlingen. I don't think we went from the harbour, Harlingen to Leeuwarden. So we're taking... So instead of a freight train, this is a passenger train, and it is a ferry service. So we're picking up passengers from the ferry down in Harlingen Harbour and taking them down to Leeuwarden, platform 5B. Journey time should be about 24 minutes. Now, the reason I'm doing this service, I'm going through this list. I love that the author has done this, by the way, if you are watching, or anybody else on Steam Workshop making mods, please do this. But it's great. They put a little asterisk there, look. And that means that it is an interesting service. So, who knows? We might have some red signals to contend with. We might just have, we might see maybe see a bit of a rare train. I don't know. Who knows? But for now, we'll just treat it like a standard run down from Harlingen Harbour down to Leeuwarden. We'll see what happens. So, we're going to be stopping in Harlingen and Franeker, and then it'll be direct from there to Leeuwarden. So, I'm going to go ahead and click drive, and we'll see what happens, basically. So, here we are, parked up at Harlingen Harbour. We've got 1 minute to prep our train. So, K to turn it on, U for the engine, and we'll go ahead and release the handbrake. There it is. And B and E at the same time, there we go, and that's going to go ahead and release our brakes. So there we go, cool, and the reverser can go into forward as well. So and then I'll just check what sort of brake we've got running. So it should just be, again, C to apply pressure, yeah, because sometimes it's like you only get a loco brake and the standard brake doesn't work very well, but generally when you have a guard though, I think that. So there we go, there's the whistle. And away we go, no gears on this thing, by the way, obviously. Right, away this thing goes then with its 3 passenger coaches. And we'll just floor it, I guess. So first stop is Harlingen. It's a very short distance, but we've got 3 minutes to cover it, so I'm guessing we're definitely going to run into some red signals then. Otherwise we wouldn't have that long to cover it, surely. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens, really. So we've got a number of signals, actually 2 signals between here and Harlingen. We'll just knock back the power now a little bit, because we're currently limited to just 25 miles per hour. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. So this first signal, we know that's green, we already know that, great. So the speed limit does go up to 35 after this as well, which is nice. And you can see there, look, clearly that signal is green. Go ahead and just go idle on the power, make sure we don't speed. And there you go, you can clearly see that signal's green, but the next one, I believe, is red. And we are actually gaining some speed as well, despite the fact that and then we'll release the brakes again, because it is actually green, the next signal now, I think. We'll introduce a bit more power now, so we can get ourselves up to 35. This thing does actually accelerate pretty quickly when you're up there, sort of up at 100% throttle. So I don't know about the next signal, whether it's green or not. I think we started out near Harlingen last time I did this route. I've never been to Harlingen Harbour in this map. Right, let's go ahead and introduce a bit more brake now. It's a bit of a different braking system to what I've been driving in the Class 112, so I have to try and get used to that. Oh boy, already we are too quick. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to hope, because this thing does brake very quickly once it gets below like 10 and 5, so I'm going to have to hope that that happens. Although it doesn't really matter if we overshoot, I guess, because we're still on the platform. However, this game will probably moan at us. Nope, it's accepted that one. So we're going to go ahead and release the brakes now. Here here at Harlingen. We've got a green signal, all good. And we're 30 seconds early as well, so we're going to be here now until 10:59 at least. And obviously we'll hope that once all these doors shut, that will mean that we are good to go at 10:59. And we won't be held up by the passengers, because that can happen in this game, believe it or not. I love that you can hear the doors. Let's go close to this one, so that when it shuts you can hear it. I heard it from a distance, it sounded really good there. See, that sounds really nice. And it almost looks laggy, that door, though, when it shuts, despite the fact that my game was still running 60 FPS, which is kind of odd. Now, it is single track, this whole route, pretty much. Maybe we'll get hold of it at Franeker, that's what I'm thinking. Because it is, as I said, because of that little asterisk, it does mean interesting service. So we'll see what we get. But the speed limit out of Harlingen is up to 65. And that'll be along the single track sort of route that we've, you know, seen so many times on this map. It's a shame this map only has 3 branches, because it's such a good map. There's so many different little scenarios you can do. There's like the freight ones, there's the mainline ones, there's the ferry ones, there's there's like cargo. Is all sorts of different things you can do in this map. So it's a great map. Well, we'll jump inside the cab now, because we've got 5 seconds to go. We'll wait for the guard whistle. There we go. Don't know why the speed limit the target speed according to this is 30, considering the limit is currently 35. That's quite odd. Right, up to 100% power now. I don't know why our target speed's coming down. For some reason, the game thinks that this signal here is red. There you go. It's just realised that it's green again, like it did before. So yeah, up to 35. We'll relax the throttle a little bit here. So next stop, Franeker in about 6 minutes. Just over 6 minutes. So now it's going to be up to 65, which is this map's sort of top speed, this branch's top speed. Top speed of this thing's actually 90 with this configuration, but 65 is what we'll be reaching. Right, up to 100% on the throttle now. Because one annoying thing, I don't know whether I can't remember, I don't think I did this on a video, but I drove this with coal cars, and we could only drive at, we could only drive at 35 because of the type of cars. So depending on what you have on the back, the goods wagons have a max speed of 70, these passenger wagons 90, which is the loco's max speed. So I don't know what the car's max speed is, but the coal cars max speed of just 35, unfortunately. Makes them very good for little class 03 operations, but not so good for long services that you do with this sort of train. Right, we'll bring down the power now. So about 65%. In this train, it's roughly the same amount of throttle to the speed. Right, we have got a signal up here, but it is green. Okay, that's nice to know. And 62% on the throttle does seem to be pretty good. But yeah, say I want to maintain 65, a throttle percentage slightly lower than that. It's because this thing's top speed is 90, the loco's top speed that is, and you know the throttle's out of 100, so it almost matches. Not entirely matches, obviously, but it's pretty close. So you can see there, look, we've got a green signal. Actually, we can decrease this down to 60, and we should be fine. In fact, I think we might be able to just go all down to 0 and let it coast for a little bit before we bring it back up to 58, maybe. We'll try. Let's try that. I don't know what that sound is this thing makes when you introduce throttle, but it's a weird sound. It's like a slight rattling sound. It's like, why is my train making that sound? It sounds like something's broken. So for now we're just cruising along. Should be about 4 minutes to the next stop, which I'm guessing is pronounced Franeker. Who knows? And then I think Dron Reap is actually not really a station. I think it might actually be just like a little siding. It's kind of weird along this route. There are a number of stations that aren't actually stations. Because this being like a ferry service, I think it does stop in most places. We should be at Franeker for about a minute. Right, we're gaining too much speed there. We'll try 55% then. Lots of level crossings along this route. That's obviously one thing I've found. And obviously you guys have probably seen it, since I've done this route a number of times on this channel. Just different loads, different scenarios. Mildly different things like that. But yeah, it's a nice train, the Class 37. The one train I'm not a massive fan of in this game is the Class 03. Partially because, well, it has a 5-speed gearbox, which is more than any other train in this game, and yet it has a really low top speed, which makes driving it, even at minimal speeds, an absolute pain. And just the fact, yeah, it's so slow, you can't really do any major services with it. That's just that's my opinion. It's not, you know, based on the modelling of it. I guess it's more of an opinionated kind of rating rather than a, you know, this is bad because, and then I give a number of reasons that are actually valid. It's not that case. It's a great train in that respect. They all have great textures, they all look great, and they all, you know, feel, in terms of physics, very decent. I've never been in a Class 37, so I wouldn't know. We have actually got a red signal up here, so this is probably the first slice of that interesting. That's the first part of that asterisk there. Properly, that's that showing. Well, let's get this thing slowed down then. This train is a bit of a nightmare for getting slowed down, but we should be pretty good. In fact, we are actually going slightly too slowly. Right, I don't know whether we have a green signal here. Does that mean green for us? I think it does, you know. The speed limit's 35 anyway, so we would have had to slow down. Yeah, there we go. There's the confirmation, so we haven't got any part of that asterisk yet then. But for now, we'll just get it slowed down to 30, because of the 35 limit, and then straight after that, obviously, the station. Apparently after this station we might have a red signal. I don't know about that. I can't see. We'll see it once we get to the platform, probably. Right, get that ready for initial application. There we go. Just get ourselves slowed down as we approach the station. Don't want to overshoot. Doing pretty good, and I think, yeah, we have actually got a red signal, so we'll probably be a bit delayed, maybe heading out of here. Bit of a quick stop, maybe. And we're here, so we've got about a minute and 10 seconds here. However, I think we might be a bit delayed. I reckon there's a train incoming in the other direction. I won't depart here until that signal goes green, probably. I won't just pull forward and then sit there for a bit. That's kind of pointless. Oh, the doors haven't opened on either side. That's kind of interesting. Even though technically passengers can board on either side. Right, everyone's boarded then. We shouldn't be off for another 45 seconds. However, I think we're going to be a bit delayed here. I don't see any train down there, but I have a feeling there might be. Or maybe they're just keeping that signal red until we depart, I don't know. After the station, it's straight to Leeuwarden, where we finish. I think it's about a 10-minute trip to Leeuwarden after this stop. Obviously, we have got a few points that we pass through, but they're not really stops, I don't think. I don't see a train in the distance, so maybe they're just keeping it green. I don't know, I will go actually, because you have to progress up to the signal to get a message from the signaller. So they've dispatched us, look, so that's kind of odd. Right, we'll give it a bit of power then, let's see what's going on. Because it could be that they're just keeping it red for us. Because obviously, yeah, I'll get a message from the signaller if I pull up, and then that will sort of tell me why on earth we're waiting. which is quite helpful to know while we're waiting. Because obviously I can't see another train. There must be another train, but I can't see it. Maybe it's bad timetable planning. I don't know. That's probably part of the asterisk on this service. That's why it's interesting. Right, we'll bring in a bit of power now to start stopping. So we're now stopped. Look, actually, we're stopped on a level crossing. Maybe that wasn't the wisest of things. So we're waiting for Leeuwarden to Harlingen Harbour. Look. So there's another commuter service. So we'll go ahead and click page up, and we'll speed up the game. See how long we have to wait here then. So we're already 1 minute late. 11:09, basically 2 minutes late, because, you know. Oh, there you go, I see our train. I see it. So yeah, it's just bad timetable planning, I guess. Would have been easy if we just waited at Leeuwarden for a bit longer on the timetable. I'm not sure, I bet the AI is probably beeping for the crossing, but we'll just pretend they were beeping us. So yeah, we've been left 3 minutes late. We're meant to depart at 11:07, it's 11:10 now. I assume as soon as that train gets onto the platform, we'll go green. Okay, it's touching the platform now, the whole train, but it hasn't gone green yet, so don't know when the game will sense that it's time for us to leave. So yeah, that was the asterisk on the service. That's why I like picking those ones that have the asterisks on. Makes them interesting. You know, it's nice to have a bit of, you know, clawing back the lateness and seeing what we can do. Although we are meant to be in Dron Reap, I don't know. Right now, we're meant to be there, pretty much, and as you can see, we are not there. We're only just departing the station that was 4 minutes before it, so I reckon we're about 4 minutes late. That's my estimate. Hopefully we don't get further held up later on. We'll have to see what happens with that. So back up to 65 now, which is of course line speed, and we'll see what we can do to claw back some of that time that we've lost. I don't know how good we'll be at it. We'll probably end up getting held outside Leeuwarden as well, because you get held outside Leeuwarden no matter what service you are. even if it's one without an asterisk, it gets held, because this map, that's what I like about it. It's a very lively, busy map, this, although one weird thing, the scenarios only seem to be from 5 AM to 12 AM. After 12 PM, it's 12 in the afternoon. After midday, there's no services. It's kind of odd. I don't know why that is. But yeah, there's only half a day's timetable. Maybe it's only meant to operate for half a day, but I highly doubt that, so it's quite odd that that's occurred. But obviously it doesn't really matter, you know, we've still got half a day's worth of services, which is plenty. Right, up to 65% of the throttle. Actually, no, I'll hold it for a bit longer. Need to try and claw back every available minute now. Every minute that we've lost, we'll try and claw back, because, you know, who likes being late? Although these passengers are on their way back from the ferry. That's probably why the bad timetabling. Remember, we are an extra service. We're not a Leeuwarden to Harlingen Harbour local train. We are a special ferry service for ferry passengers, like a extra train. So that probably explains why we do obviously get held up in places. But that's what happens when you get single line branch line. You do get some interesting congestion, that's for certain. We'll see what we get now, though. Hopefully we can stay just cruising along here. As I said, we left Franeker just before 11:11, like 20 seconds before, so we were about 4 minutes late. So anything under 4 minutes late I'll be happy with, because that's kind of what's expected of us, I guess. So we're approaching Dron Reap, I think that is. We have got a green signal, as we can clearly see. Up there, cool. After that it's what, Dynam? Because I know you don't pronounce the J, do you? It's like a silent J, isn't it? It's like E. It's like an E sound, like, I I don't know. I'm not very good at Dutch pronunciation. Oh, it is actually a station. I didn't think it was a station, but we're going straight through the station. And at the moment, we're 3 minutes late, and we're not there yet. So I reckon we will be. It'll probably be like that case where we're almost 4 minutes late, but the game will count it as 3 minutes late, because that's what it does. So straight through the station, it does go double track here, but we haven't got any traffic to wait for. Clearly, which is nice. Blow our horn as we go through the station. So that, yeah, so we're 3.5 minutes late. So it just flashes up as 3, because it doesn't actually round it in this game. I know that's kind of weird. If it rounded it, we probably would have been 4 minutes late, but it doesn't seem to round. Like, say it's 3 minutes 58, it'll say we're 3 minutes late, which is kind of odd. Gives you the benefit of the doubt. It's like, no, you were 3 minutes late. Slightly less. We'll just take off the extra 55 seconds that would almost make it a minute. It's nice like that. So we've got another 4 minutes to go to the next sort of pass point, and then another 3 minutes after that, and that's just called waypoint 2. That's probably like the track. The way it works in this game, you're assigned a track on this route into Leeuwarden beforehand, which is that probably, I think. Waypoint 2, there's like waypoint and track and all sorts. But they're not really stations. They're just points that the train has to go via. But hopefully we can claw back some of those late minutes. I don't know. Maybe we won't be able to do that. I don't know. We'll see what we're able to do now. Be interesting, that's for certain. Looks nice out there. Obviously, it is again quite a plain map, this, but we've got, you know, there's a fair amount of little trees and that sort of thing that we can look at. So past the crossing back there, it's pretty decent there, it's a nice little route. Hopefully we can make a bit of time. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what we can do, I guess. With all our little passengers on the back there, on the way back from their ferry trip. I'm just gazing out the window probably right now and just seeing how bland the world is. Look at it. It's great though. Imagine you looked out the window, the train window, and it actually looked like that. You'd be like, what, am I inside a game? And obviously right now people are inside a game back there, but it'd be quite funny if this was real life. Also a bit weird. Alright, we're coming up to a level crossing. After that we have got a little AWS signal confirming that it is green ahead, which is nice. Hopefully we can claw back some of that time. I think we're still going to be 3 minutes late though. I don't think we'll have quite hit the 2 minute late marker. So we were 3.5 minutes late last time. So if we're any better than that, so that would be anything better than 11, 18, 30 seconds, which I think we are going to be a bit early than that. I don't think we're going to hit the, oh yeah, I forgot this. Oh yeah, the train didn't know there was a green signal up here until just then. Now we're good though. So I think we've clawed back about 30 seconds. So not an awful lot, but it's a little bit, I guess. We're still going to be classed as 3 minutes late though, because it's just past 11:18. And it is actually a station as well. So you can see there, we clawed back about 25 seconds. So not bad. Although it's not going to get us fully back on time, but it's not too bad. And then from Denham, it should be another 3 minutes to waypoint 2. And then from there, I'm pretty sure it's just straight to Leeuwarden. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, it's not actually. Track 6A stop as well. Again, so that's all just part of our route into Leopard, it's all part of that. Because the routing does get a little bit complicated. You can see up here, look, the speed limit goes down to 35. That will be for Leopard, probably. And we've also got a, well, I don't know what the signal is at the moment. Oh, it's green. Never mind, we're okay. But we are going to be approaching the station of Leopard pretty soon. I'll probably go back now to 0% on throttle as we're approaching the 35 limit up here. May as well coast, save a bit of energy. So we need to bring in a bit of power now to start slowing ourselves down. There we go, catching up with the target speed there. This bit's downhill actually, I've just noticed that, so that's maybe makes it a bit more difficult to slow down for. However, it's only a 35 limit, so it's not like we've got to, you know, stop completely, so it doesn't matter how, you know, if we're a little bit off. And I'll get rid of the brakes now because we're already at 35. So you can see now we've got a green signal here. It's very difficult. I find it very difficult to read the signals around this area. However, we do appear to have a red signal of some kind. I honestly can't read the signals in this area at all. So if I'm slightly off, then that's probably why. But you can see we're approaching Leopard now. You can see the station in the background. Up there, look. We've just got a number of little points we've got to pass to get there first. And one of how in real life are you meant to describe, like, how are you meant to understand that? Seriously. Oh, we're only 2 minutes late. We've clawed back a bit of time. Nice. Like, seriously, all those signals look red to me. No? It's like total gibberish to me, it is. Right, I'll just go idle for now. Oh, never mind. That signal's gone green as well. I don't really know what signal is ours. We've got a number of trains all waiting to depart Leopard, so... Is it Leopard? I think it is. There's a number of trains all waiting to depart, so I'll just have to... Looks like we've held up that class 37 there, look. This is what I mean by this map being lively. You've got a train there, train there, train there, train there, train there, and you know, 3 of them are moving, actually. It's great. Looks like we have actually got a red signal up here now. Interesting, because it's track 5B. So we are stopping, sort of... So you can see there, look, they've got 2 trains waiting to depart Leopard, and... This is a cool arrival, and I think it's actually green for us. Although I don't exactly know where we're stopping, so... So this is our platform here, I think. We're back to 3 minutes late now. Because I don't really know what we're doing. So this station appears to have a second part. I don't know whether we're stopping now for a signal or whether we're stopping for the platform. Well, I'd be shocked if it was the signal we were stopping for, actually. Considering we're at a platform now. It's a bit mixed up. It's hard to... There's so many different signals and everything all crammed into one. It's a bit like, what? Yeah, we finished it. Cool. I lost 2 times maximum comfortable. Yeah. Brakes or accelerated too hard. It does happen a little bit. We ended up being quite late. We were 3 minutes late by the end, so we didn't claw back any time, unfortunately. Energy use was good. That's nice. We've got a decent amount of score. So you can see there, we're on time, look, and then we had to wait for quite a while. And then I've already got it back after that. But, you know, not too bad. Really, I love those interesting services. They're good fun. There's plenty. See what I mean, though? Look, the last service. Oh, that's the last class 37 service. The last service on this. Look how many services there are, though. Look at that. The last service is at 11:59, and it just stops. Like, why? Isn't that not a bit odd? Like, you can't have a full day of services. It just stops at 11:59. No. I don't know, it's right weird that. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this Diesel Railcar Simulator video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!